Okay, hi. This is my first video, so I'm definitely going to be awkward. That's fine. But I am going to start by sharing my 2022 TPT income. I am a high school social studies teacher, and it's really hard for me to find other secondary education teachers on really any medium. So like on Instagram, on YouTube, and even on TPT, it's very saturated with younger grade level teachers. So since I was looking for stuff and I couldn't find it, I'm like, well, I can make my own. So I am a third year TPT seller. I kind of got lucky and started selling the year that COVID hit. And I had a new course that there wasn't anything out there for. So I got really lucky with my niche. Although this year I've started to expand, and going forward, that is my plan to get a little bit more expanded. But I'm going to share with you my income report month by month for the year. So basically this would have been then like really my second year. So I had a little head start. So in January of 2022, I made $338.36. And that's with, I'm gonna also give you my conversion rate, so 11%. Ideally, I wanna be above 10 every month. A healthy conversion rate is 3 to 4%, I think, just in general, not necessarily for TPT, but that is my goal, is to be above 10%. So February, my conversion rate was 8%, and my sales were $249.62. Then for March, my sales were $270, and my conversion rate was 10%. After March, you really do typically start to see a drop in sales towards the end of the year. Teachers are testing or burnt out, especially at the secondary education level, where there's a lot of testing in the spring. But in in April, my conversion rate was 14%, and my earnings were $279. Then in May, my sales went down a bunch. It was $128, and my conversion rate was 8%. And then I'm sure you guys know, but in the summer, things significantly drop. And I also don't work on TPT during the summer. Typically, we travel, and I do spend time with my kids. But in June, my conversion rate was 15%, so it was good, but my sales were only, $333. That's really good. I had a good June. I didn't realize that. All right, July, my sales were $431.81. That's really interesting, and I wasn't expecting that because I just finished watching a few other TPT seller videos, and I looked at their 2022 income reports, and they went down a bunch in the summer, so I was expecting mine to go down a bunch. Let's see, so I think it's because also I started offering larger bundles during the summer of products that I already had, so maybe that's what that was. We're gonna move over to August. So I know August I had a really good month. This might have been my best month. I think August was my best. I made $1,635, and this is my earnings. So this is like after they take out their commission. So $1,635, and my conversion rate was 7%, so pretty low. Let's see, so that was August. September is typically a pretty good month too. September, I think I did really well. September, my conversion rate was also 7%, and my earnings were $1,129. So anything over $1,000, I'm super pumped. I mean, anything, honestly, to me, it's passive income. So any income from TPT, I'm really pumped, but over $1,000, I get real excited. October was $913.16. My conversion rate in October was 7%. And then November and December trend typically downward for all TPT sellers, I think. So this is where they'll say, like, you really need to have a lot of seasonal things, and I don't. My course, like the things I put up are very specific to my course. I have some seasonal things. But I did end up doing $822 in November, so I was really happy with that. I think I sold some things like last minute where it bumped up. And the same happened in December. So November's conversion rate was 6%, it went down. December for me is a pretty slow month. We're really, dealing with a shorter month since people are on break. But also, it's just people are spending money on Christmas presents and other things. My earnings for December did bump up towards the very end though, and I do have a New Year's intention lesson plan, so that sells a little bit, but I ended up at $373.16. So for the whole year, let me go back. I was very happy. It was, it's pretty exciting, but for the whole year, I ended up at $6,905. So that is $6,905 that I wouldn't have had otherwise, for things that I'm already doing. So like I said, I have a newer course. It's pre-AP World History and Geography through College Board. I piloted it for my county. This is my 3rd year teaching it, 4th year. No, I'm not sure. But there wasn't anything out there, and it's a tough course to teach. So I got really lucky with that niche. However, I generally love world history, so that's what I'm trying to branch out into, is just to provide more world history lessons. I think that I have a very specific style, so even when there are things that are already out there on the topics that I'm making lessons for, what I'm offering is not necessarily the same as what other things that are already out there are. And that's not to say those things are bad or anything, it's just I have a specific style. So that's my plan going forward. I do want to start making videos for people who want to sell in TPT who are more of the secondary education level. I think that there's a lot out there for the younger grade levels, a lot. And then the same on Instagram, like I was saying, there's a lot of Instagrams for the cute kindergarten and 1st grade and 2nd grade classrooms. And I love them and I still follow them and watch them, but that's not the reality of secondary education. Secondary education is a whole different beast. I'm specific to Florida, and it's different state by state. But I have learned a lot over the last few years. I watch a lot of videos every time I'm driving, every time I'm doing dishes, whatever. I'm just listening to YouTube videos or podcasts. So I love Becca Davis. Again, she's a younger grade level. She's a music teacher, I think for elementary, but her videos are amazing. I watch The Terrific Teacher. Alex has a podcast. She's pretty good, but she's out of Australia. And then a few others that I watch. And then I also watch a lot on just general teaching strategies. So I, like Avid, I want to do what College Board is recommending. So, the AP style teaching, just things that are more specific to high school. So if you want to build your TPT store and you are at the secondary education level, I'm going to start making videos onto about how I grew my store, what I found of work, the information I've learned from others and applied to my store, and maybe you can learn something too. So, bye.